Okay, we're here with Adrianne Shropshire, and we caught her in the middle of the
What
night.
time is it, Charles?
Yes, it's literally the middle
I'll
of the
tell
night.
you what time it is. My watch died. That's what time it is.
It's after midnight now.
Is it really?
Yes.
Is it really? So
It is
David's over here.
12:10.
David just finished his lecture.
Yeah.
He's ready to go home. Look, he's got he's slow blinking. He's tired. And then we're gonna force Adrianne to answer some questions, 3 questions, because she's Adrianne Shropshire, and we love her at
And
CP.
it's after midnight.
And it's after midnight,
Yeah.
so it's basically tomorrow. This is the morning. Okay, 3 questions. Here we go. First one is one thing that's meaningful about you that you'd want the CP folks to know about.
Um, I'm from Seattle.
Yes.
I don't know what else there is.
No, that's what I was hoping for you. You'd say.
206.
When did you leave Seattle?
I left when I went away to college.
Okay.
And so I essentially haven't lived at home since then, but I'm
Okay.
there often. So
Yeah.
you know, I left in the mid '80s.
Okay.
So how does Seattle matter for you? As like, what is it? What's the imprint on you that you have from it?
Besides the Sonics.
I'm still hopeful. I don't know about the
I
rest of y'all
know.
jaded
Me
people
too. No.
making jokes about the Supersonics, but
No.
I am still
I know.
hopeful. Well, I mean, I guess I would say the thing that you all have created, which is that like there is all this sort of extra additional energy and capacity and like smart politics that the rest of the country can benefit from. And so one of the things that's important about the work that that you all are doing at Common Power is lending that right to the rest of the country. And there are places and spaces in this country where political work is hard, where people feel isolated, where they feel like no one else in the country even knows that they are there,
Yeah.
that no one understands what's happening. And I think that every opportunity to sort of lend that hand, right, to tell people that there are folks who know, who understand how important their fight is around the country, who know how important it is that they stand in the gap, right, for the rest of us in some cases, and that you all sort of both feel the role of providing that kind of support, but then also showing up, right?
Yeah.
Like showing up, doing the work, and supporting what's happening in places that are much harder, right? Like I understand the struggle right now in the state with the fires, struggling with
Yeah.
climate change, right? But there is also just the reality that there are places that our democracy hinges on right now. And I think that the work that you all are doing in preparing people to confront that and to support people who are dealing with it most directly is just really critical.
That sounds like a really good answer to questions
That
one
was-
and
she
two.
said-
That was
that's a-
both.
I'm a professional.
That's a
She
media
is.
professional right there.
Do you see this ring light here? This is a
Yes.
professional lighting
I am a
system.
professional.
Okay, so the last one, this is the hard one though. So
Yeah.
what do you hope for in 2021?
Yeah, that's
I
the hard
know. What's
Um, so even in the midst, like I was saying to someone today, that you know, like I'm over all of this. Like today, like some days I'm like really focused and really in it. And
Yes,
today,
yes,
after earlier
yes.
today, I was like, I'm done. Like
Yeah.
I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
Like I'm tired of wearing a mask.
Yeah.
I'm tired
Yeah.
of sitting at home.
Yeah.
Like I'm tired of the uncertainty of where we are. I'm tired of the authoritarianism. I'm tired of the just completely unhinged behavior of every single person inside of the federal government right now. But I do believe that, you know, my hope has always, I always place my hope in people, right? And I think, you know, I am from Seattle, but I also spent a significant part of my life in Los Angeles, and that's where sort of my community organizing work began. And I think that what I learned from that is that there are moments in time when people rise to the occasion. That regular folks always know what to do in moments of crisis, because in the Black community anyway, people deal with crisis and chaos all the time.
That's right.
And so in the midst of chaos and crisis, where I want to be is among the people who know how to deal with it, right? Like who are clear about how to fashion a way out of it. And so you know, I have hope that that we will see people rise to this occasion, that we will see people follow and listen to the people that are closest to the pain, and follow their path out. And this is a transformative moment for this country. And so we have every opportunity to rethink almost everything, right? Almost
Yes.
everything, right? So our schools need to function differently. And this is a chance to rethink how we do education in this country. Our economy doesn't work for most people.
Our work.
Uh,
Our work that
Right.
we have restructured.
we have, without a doubt,
Uh-huh.
restructured.
Yeah.
But there is a, you know, there's a way in which we have to rethink everything that's been surfaced by this pandemic, right? Whether it's economic, whether it is health, whether it's
Yeah.
cultural, whether it's voting, right?
Yeah.
There's a way in which we have an opportunity to rethink it and how we do it differently. And so whether that's the work that we do to mobilize people, not just to election day, but mobilize people after election
There
day,
you
right?
go.
When the work often really begins. Like this has presented us with an opportunity to sort of transform who we are as a nation, to transform what we aspire to in our democracy, and to rethink how we engage with one another and how we want to engage with one another and what's completely unacceptable, and that we may not be able to get rid of, but we can sweep under the rug and hold that rug down, right? And I think that that's
For progress.
for progress. I
Yeah.
think that's a part of what feels like is possible,
Yeah.
and also sort of inspirational. Like we can rethink where we are, what we do, and how we want to be in this country, but also what we want to be to the rest of the world.
In the short term. In the short, we can do
In
a
the
lot of good
immediate.
stuff. Yeah, we can do a lot of
In
good
the
stuff in the immediate.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
She's really good. Would you add anything? That's pretty. Would you ask anything
I
else?
think that in some respects, we have the potential to do things that I think Obama spoke about but did not do. He either couldn't do it, or he dispositionally, the way he governed, just didn't lead
Didn't
that way,
allow for it.
right? But the notion of remaking America, right, of truly moving us forward into the diverse America that he spoke of,
Right.
right? It's ironic to me that Biden has the potential to be the president that oversees some of that, right? Yeah.
As a continuation of Obama's legacy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also because I think Biden dispositionally has recognized his historical moment that he's in too.
Sure.
He gets to be the VP to Barack Obama, and maybe, you know, the first black female vice president, who then goes on to become, right?
That's
First
sort
flight.
of transition.
That's
Yeah,
right. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
All
an
right.
important moment.
We had a good conversation, and we also got some marching orders. So we're gonna get some new inputs to you all very soon. Teams Ohio and Deep Red are gonna be getting some new ideas from us. So
From my front porch.
from the
From my porch
front porch.
to your front porch.
That's right. Thank you, Adrian. We appreciate you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
All right.
Glad you guys came by.
Yes.